This is a documentary. This is part of one of my main documentaries. And this part of the documentary, I titled it "Strategic Oppression and Testing for Destruction." This video, excuse the quality. This is my first one, and I'm doing a couple other things. I'm working on my video, about to boost the video quality soon, sound quality, all that type of stuff, make it more vlog friendly, video friendly. But for the most part, you're gonna get the message through what you can hear and see. This is part of my documentary. This is the legal and the legal aspect of it. Regarding me being wrongfully locked up and all that type of stuff. I'm going to provide documentations, information, break down all the documents, the documentation, the process that I went through, a lot of that type of stuff. The title of this particular part is called "Systematic Oppression and Testing for Destruction." The reason I chose that title, I'm going to break down later, but before I get into anything, I want to do a disclaimer. I'm putting this information out there to show what people really go through. You know, not all this cinematic bull crap they be doing sometimes, and they're making it look like it's real. This fake reality TV stuff. A lot of the stuff that they promote through the mass media and projecting people in a certain ways, and false, they saying in the law, casting a false light on certain situations, people, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna give you the real nitty gritty, the real deal. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not putting it out there to hurt anybody, anything. I'm showing you how a lot of us go about living our lives and how it clashes in the falsehoods that exist around a lot of us, and in some cases, in some people. You feel me? And how it can affect all of us. You feel me? Individually and collectively. I'm gonna be breaking all that down. The information I put out there, like the dude in my case, don't have nothing against him. Nothing against him. But I will be showing you and expressing certain feelings that I was going through and thoughts that I had during this process, which is in part by design, because when we are attacked in the ways that they attack us, you feel me, through their legal system, through oppressing us, through putting us in prison, subjecting us to certain situations and circumstances, it's designed for us to react and think certain ways and to promote certain thoughts or reactions and actions. So therefore, I'm giving you the real. You feel me? I ain't sugarcoating nothing, none of that. And but like I said, for the most part, don't have no hard feelings towards Slim, man. Always wishing the best, everything, because I understood going into the situation and then dealing with the situation, what I was facing, you feel me? And it was something about Slim that I knew Slim understood he was making a mistake, but his mentality, his mindset, he never developed itself properly like he was supposed to, you know, as a man, as a higher being, you feel me? And therefore it caused this situation to occur and messed a lot of people's lives up. You feel me? And it caused them to get injured, all that type of stuff. So my disclaimer is that part of my disclaimer is it's not put out there to hurt nobody. It's not put out there to manipulate people or make people think a certain way. It's to bring to light the real things that we go through out here in these streets, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, all that type of stuff, you know, and how it affects us, you know, and it can affect us. I'm not out here trying to put people business out there and while I'm out, oh nigga, you did this, or oh you did that, and boom boom boom. It's not about that. In some cases, a lot of people got the right to feel like that because a lot of people be putting on images that are not them, and then therefore when they expose, you know, it's just like, oh, Sam, I thought you was like this, but you're not, because this and that. So I understand that, but for the most part, man, as we become higher level thinking beings and people, you know, all that type of stuff, that is a certain mentality that comes with certain actions and reactions that come with that for us to elevate beyond that I'm gonna say weapon-minded state of reality. You feel me? Because once we start going through these phases, a lot of that stuff is weaponized and it's used for us to attack each other. You feel me? Instead of looking at the situation for what it is and judge it accordingly and build off of that. You feel me? So no longer a lot of people, they don't get caught. They don't own the situation and build on it for better in a way to make things better. They address the situation and then they are weaponized to attack each other. You feel me? And become destroyers of themselves and their communities and other people, instead of saying that this is what the enemy want, this is what's going on, this is what these devils want, this is what these oppressors want. You feel me? This is what's designed to destroy us. You feel me? So that's my disclaimer, and I stand on that. And so when you see me present information, you know, the way I'm gonna do it, I want you to comment. You can be free to comment how you truly feel. Sometimes I'll put documents out there, and then at the end of the video, and therefore you'll have time to look, read them Jones, and read them and go over them, and then say, and you know, and base your opinion off of that. You don't even have to wait for the next video for me to explain it. You can just go ahead and comment. So, cause that way I want to see. I ain't even gonna comment on what I'm doing with it for. I'm gonna just let you do it, then I'm explain why I did it later. You feel me? But I'm giving you an opportunity to see firsthand how it can make you feel when you receive information and then the information is not properly explained, or is explained to create a certain reaction within the reader or the person who gains that information. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into jump into the facts of I was just turned 18 not too long ago when I got arrested, and I was making moves, building. I always, you know, growing up, man. You growing up. I grew up in an environment was actually a pretty good environment, but we had them streets. You feel me? And in certain parts of the streets, aspects of the streets, and certain people mentalities, you know, you got to be able to maneuver properly, and that's what I had to do a lot of times. I ain't gonna say I was the most best and perfect person and all that type of stuff, because I have made mistakes, and those mistakes made me a better individual because I was able to reflect and think upon those things unlike others, and I see like, dang, if this would happen to me, or even before I make mistakes, you feel me, I think about them and be like, son, this would have happened to me, something I'd be blown, or I feel some type of way, this way, that way, and I prevent myself from doing that, and I try my best not to do certain things to create harm upon other people, or bring negative feelings to them, because you want to create an environment of good, pure energy and positivity. So that's what I strive for, and many times I have inadvertently or indirectly said or done some things, you know, just because a lot of times you don't pay attention, they try to program us to think and react and do certain things. And even when you innocently doing something, some other people are programmed to think negatively towards that. So even though you mean it with good intentions, they automatically think the worst until either they take time to ask you why you did it, or they see why you did it, they realize that, oh, dang, Slim ain't even on these type of terms. He really a good individual, you feel me? Or she really a good individual, you feel me? But a lot of times some people really do be on their best bull crap. So it's hard, it'd be hard to tell sometimes. But that goes with the programming, your own. And if you have your own mentality, if you actually cultivate it and develop yourself in a way where you can think for yourself and not just thinking, and then also thinking for others, but at the same time, not just thinking that always negative, or the way people are being programmed to think. You feel me? And with that, shoot, I was let me see, I was in high school. But I ended up going back to high school because I dropped out, man. I kept going to school, and young niggas are stupid because I'm going to school, and everything they teaching me is like they slowing down my education. I was doing pre-algebra in 4th grade, and the teacher saw me doing it one day. She said, "You know how to do that? You really want to do that?" I'm like, yeah. So we ended up doing problems every day after class, and the whole classroom would do it, and we was like selling in that junk. And so when I got to Maryland schools and all that, they was hindering me. I even tried in Virginia school and high school. They talking about I gotta wait till the 11th, 12th grade to do pre-algebra and algebra and stuff. I'm like, son, I was doing this in 4th grade. So as I saw how they was teaching us, it was more so I was picking up on, they wasn't teaching us in certain schools, they wasn't teaching us how to be leaders, or how to advance in education, and articulate ourselves in the corporate world, should I say, or to be managers and all that type of stuff. They want us to be employee workers, you feel me? People that worked under other people, and not people that were the ones giving the orders or whatever. So the education was dumbed down and limited, because things that we could learn in a couple months, they was giving us, they was making us stress, they was stressing it out for us to learn in years. So I was like, man, I really wasn't feeling school. So I would do my homework, I would go to class, grab all my work, leave school, and do all my work and turn it back in. So over time, it was like I missed so many days. And I'm like, bro, I never missed days. I didn't miss 147 days. I just wasn't, I was tardy in certain classes because I didn't attend all of them. I just went to school and signed in late so I can get all my stuff and leave out. So after going through all that and they kept me back, I was like, man, F this, man. I'm not going to keep going through this. It's a whole bunch of bull. And then a situation happened where, what I'll explain later, because it goes into my main situation of part of me being locked up later on, which they falsified information on that. But so I started going to school. So long story short, on that, when I was like, man, you know what? I'm working full time. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm trying to start my clothing line again, my business, because I already been indulging in clothing and stuff. My family was doing computers. I used to help my people build and rebuild computers and stuff here and there since I was young. So I was doing clothing and stuff, and so I was ready working on starting my own clothing line. So I was like, man, I'm ready to do my thing. I already did the street thing, and I had what they call it, an epiphany and all this other type of stuff. It wasn't for me, not that I couldn't do it, but I had more desire to help my people in a different way, a different light. You feel me? And I don't judge a lot of these people in the streets, because a lot of them really do take those situations and do good with them. You feel me? It's not always the evil that everybody depicted to be, and a lot of them people ain't always evil, but it is some messed up people out there. You feel me? I ain't even gonna sugarcoat that. But at the same time, a lot of the people I dealt with was genuinely good people, a lot of them, and it was just like, man, this is what they gave us. You feel me? We had to make things work. You feel me? You working all the time. They playing games with your checks. They finding more ways to take your money. All this type of stuff. Just cheat you out your property. All this type of stuff. So we out here, man. This is a struggle. And then you learn. I started to see that even that was a struggle and it's a setup, because the more money you make in the streets, they taxing you a different way. Instead of them paying taxes that way, they giving you fines, locking you up, having you pay for commissary, all that. They hold you for a couple months, 6 months, take some money off of you, then send you back in the street to make some more money, so they can lock you back up and lock you up again and take some more money. So I just saw the grand scheme of things and knew that I can't give these people no excuse, you feel me? I gotta play my position and go with my heart. I know this ain't me for real, this ain't how we supposed to be living, but I understand it. But I'm going to excel beyond this. So that's what I did. So while I was working, I started going to night school. I said, man, I don't even feel school, but I'm just going to graduate just so I can get it out the way. I'm going to go ahead. So I was going to night school, try to hurry up and speed up and get back in my right grade and graduate and everything. So on Monday, fast forwarding, I'm 18 now, and because I stopped going to school for a couple years, and like 2 years and some change, and then off and on with the other stuff. But next thing you know, I'm going back to school. I'm going to Bladensburg night school in Bladensburg, Maryland, and it was Monday night, and I just got finished talking to this female that I met when I was at work one day. I met her out by, I think it's Metro Station, if I'm not mistaken, Union Station, if I'm not mistaken, and she was she originally from Trinidad, but she was in VA going to college, and she be out Chicago too. She from Chi-Town, and what you call it? I was just talking to her all night. We was talking all night. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna holler back at you tomorrow. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a regular day. You feel me? Go to work, come home, go to work, get off work, go straight to school, come from school, come home. Stop, smoking me a J. But by that time, I had stopped smoking totally, because I had slowed down on smoking. One J lasted me like 3 days. People was like, man, I don't know how you do it. I like, bro, I just get high just enough, you know, to feel it, you feel good, you know, and focus on my music, and then I put it out. You feel me? Because I don't have too much time to stay up and enjoy it. You know, I just want to relax. You feel me? And, what you call it? I do my music and stuff. So with that said, I was talking to her. I did my little music thing. Started talking to her. It was a regular night.